Hi guys, today we're going to look at the Bashmu for a 550 plus EK. And this place is normally hunted more commonly by paladins and by mages because, you know, they can kite very effectively and get amazing profits here. But I tested this place and you can actually kite here with an EK as well and also get really good results. So not so many EKs hunt here, but I think they definitely should be. So let's take a quick look at the results. So I've got a few analyzers here from a few various hunts. I didn't have any praise active at any of these hunts, and I didn't have a defensive imbue, I think, at two of these hunts either. So this is pretty much just equipment-based hunts with no real extra imbues or praise. And I recommend this level for 550 plus. It is pretty difficult, but it's not terrible. Raw experience you can expect is somewhere around 3.2 million, which is 4.8 on 150%. And the profit goes somewhere between 1.3 to 1.4 kk per hour. The absolute peak you can see in the middle screenshot is about 1.55 kk per hour if you're getting particularly lucky. The difficulty I give this place is 7 out of 10, but this is when you do not box, okay? So do not box at this place. If you just stand in one place and you have 7 or 8 Bashmu surrounding you, you would die here even as like a level 800 EK. So do not do that. You do need to be kiting them and trying to have maybe 3 or 4 Bashmu on you at most at any one time. And you will be able to see how I do that in the video. So yeah, this is a kiting spot even for an EK. You cannot be boxing here because you do not have enough defenses to survive this. But when you kite, it's actually pretty easy. You're not going to get trapped because there isn't such a high density of the monsters here. And when you only have 3 or 4 of them on you, you know, they're not that strong. And, you know, if you somehow do get yourself in a sticky situation, you just Utani tempo Hura and you run out of the respawn and reset and it's fine. You're not going to be getting headshot here, for example. With regards to bestiary, you need about 10 hours for the big Bashmu and about 7 hours for the juvenile Bashmu. There's no access quest required. You will need your strongest ice weapon, so the soul weapon most likely. And this place can basically be effectively hunted by everybody and also duos. I don't think full team hunt is going to be very effective here. There's not quite enough respawn to upkeep a full team hunt scenario, so I wouldn't recommend that one. With regards to imbuements and praise, you need all the standard ones. In addition to this, I recommend at least one earth or energy defensive imbue here. As you can see in the input analyzer, we're looking at about 36% of energy and earth each. And I would decide on whether to use earth or energy imbue based on other equipment that you're wearing. So for example, I have the Spirit Thorn helmet, which gives me 10% energy protection. Hence, I would opt for the earth imbue protection. On the other hand, if I didn't have the Spirit Phone and I was using the Terra helmet, for example, which gives me 5% earth protection, I would then opt to have the energy defensive imbue. Basically, your imbuements are more effective the less resistance you have of that element on your gear, because every extra additional percent of elemental resistance is worth a little bit less in Tibia. So yeah, if you have, you know, energy protection in your gear, you should get earth imbuement and vice versa. Combat praise here, not really necessary. They are very helpful. They do make it easier. But like I said, this place isn't the sort of 10 out of 10 difficulty kind of place. So you should be okay, more or less, without a combat prey. With regards to supplies, about 2.4k strong manas per hour. And I use about 200 supremes per hour. You might need a little bit more. You know, that you do need to use them quite frequently. So I say, you know, maybe up to 300 supremes per hour. With regards to charms, I wasn't using any charms in my videos because I still haven't unlocked the bestiary on those. But I would recommend Divine Wrath on Juvenile Bashmu, and then Curse, Freeze, Low Blow will all be okay on Bashmu. Curse, I think, is slightly better than Freeze if you have it. But Low Blow will also be very good. With regard to the wheel, I recommend the... Oh, that's actually wrong. Let me just correct that real quick. I do recommend the Exile, Min, Gran, and Combat Mastery wheel. because, like I mentioned, you're kiting here, so killing 3 or 4 monsters at a time. You do not need the Exile mass. You're not going to be boxing, so you definitely should be focusing on this sort of 3-4 boxes kind of wheels, which is Exile Main, Exile Gran, and Combat Mastery T2. You're also not really going to be needing the Gift of Life here, so yeah, definitely I would focus on the sort of the Combat Mastery section of the wheel. And the character you'll see in the video is a 576 EK with 128 axe skill with loyalty and no praise. Now, before I show you my route, just a quick shout out to all my YouTube members. That's Jedor, Kruczy, Pashigu, Paput, Laskis, Javi, Exile, and Defect Muzgu. Thank you very much, guys, for all your support. I appreciate it so much. Now, let's take a look at the route that I do. So this is the entrance here. And basically, there is no specific spots where I kill the monsters. Like I mentioned, I just kite them. Yeah, I'm just going through the spawn, kiting, killing 3-4 at a time. So I'll just draw the path that I take while I kill everything as I go. So that's kind of the path that I take. Here, I used to do the room here on the right-hand side, but I stopped doing it. I don't do this one anymore because I felt like it was just a bit too much backtracking. Instead, what I do here is I go up here, and now this central room here is the biggest pull that you have. You can end up having about 10 or 11 Bashmu here. So I do recommend you be careful here. Make sure to kill off all of the Bashmu from here before you sort of go into the center of this room. And I sort of just kind of kite around it, going around, and then I go through here. Monsters should be dying somewhere around here. And I basically complete the loop, something like this, and I'm back at the entrance. And this is basically the loop that I do. Plenty of respawn, everything is always full respawn, no worries at all. And yeah, and the profit here is pretty great. I would recommend going to this place sooner rather than later, as I do anticipate a loot nerf in this place. In the next 3 to 6 months, maybe. So yeah, get that bestiary while you still can, while it's still very profitable, because I'm not convinced it will stay this way. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye.